Hello guys, this is Nathan from Brick System Brothers. Today I have a little demonstration for cleaning Lego pieces. I have a lot here. There's some older pieces and some of them are pretty dirty. So hopefully this can be a good demonstration of just how, a little bit of soap and water can go a long way. So I try to fill up the water to a little bit more than the Lego level, just kind of sitting by itself in there. And kind of gives it a little bit of room to move around. Don't put in a huge amount of soap, but you want to get enough in there to really mix it in and make sure you have an effective solution to wash. Another thing I try to be careful about is some Lego pieces have a metal part in them, and I try not to wash those at the same time, just because if you let water sit on there for a long time, that can get a little rusty, that kind of deal. So as I go through here, I'm just using my hands to kind of pick up and scoop and really get these mixed in and mixed around and get some water flowing across the surfaces, and that's what just brings up that first layer. Probably should have found a little bit bigger bin. This one is okay, but it's kind of, the depth on this is not exactly ideal. Usually I like to have it a little wider so I can have it more spread out. Also, I was using a kind of a mix of hot and cold water, kind of just warm. It would take pretty hot water to harm Lego, just kind of taking it easy. Another thing is it's like not a pain to wash it just with my hands. It's like a comfortable temperature. So yeah, let's take a look at one of these plates here. Just covered in kind of a soapy water film, and what that's done is gotten that dirt loose, brought some of it off, but really what it needs now is a little bit scrub. So this brush works pretty well. Josh and I use it quite a bit, and really just kind of get them both in the water and work away. Something with bristles small enough to get in between the studs is really what you want to be effective with that. For the top and bottom, you notice this is actually a waffle bottom plate. So this lot is pretty old pieces. They're pretty dirty. But yeah, I'm not really worried about this brush hurting them at all. It's not metal. Don't go with the metal bristle. That will definitely scratch the Lego. This is just like a typical kind of dish rinsing brush. Nothing really special. So yeah, so now I've kind of scrubbed that a little bit. Let's give it a little rinse. And that's done quite a bit. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but the persistent dirt spots are kind of in these little spots where there's some friction damage, just some wear and tear. Those kind of pits are actually going to hold onto that dirt a lot longer than just the surface. So I'll have to go back in and scrub those a little extra. This lot I'm going to try to get a scrub on most of the pieces. Definitely soaking everything that came. It was all a little bit dirty. Some of them more than others, but yeah, this should turn out really well, especially with just this brush doing the job. So by the end, these will be looking almost as shiny as new. Want to be sure to get the top and the bottom And then you'll notice towards the end of the video as well, the water is just going to be filthy. That's just part of the process. You're taking it off of the Lego and putting it in the water, and then disposing of it just down the drain. So yeah, that really takes the dirt off well. Looking good. So here we have the washing stage wrapped up. These are all the pieces I had in the bucket. Most of them got a good scrubbing and a rinse. Some of them I just kind of did a bulk rinse. They didn't use much for the scrubbing side, but that really helped. It really cleaned them up. Once I get a fan on these and dry them off, some of them, like these older plates that have a lot of those kind of scratched up surfaces, those did retain some dirt, but for the most part they cleaned up really nice. Just a quick look at the water here. It's not the cleanest. There's a lot of dirt and little kind of particles floating around, stuff you don't really want on your Lego bricks. So that to me means this is definitely doing something. Definitely worth cleaning them off. So let's head to the drying station. So for the drying stage, I've just put them on a fan here, spread them out, try to get them as separated as possible. Even just leaving them in the open air, they would dry out in a couple hours, but the fan just helps speed it up. I think as long as you've got them spread out and you just kind of leave them alone, that usually works just fine. I haven't noticed any times where there's like a water line or anything on there when I've done this before. But yeah, just gotta be patient with it. It's a pretty long process overall. The scrubbing and the drying and adds up to a couple hours, but to me it's definitely worth it, just for the result. Especially with these older ones, where you can really see a difference start to finish. They turned out really nice. So yeah, it just took all of that buildup right off. Thanks for watching the Lego cleaning video. And remember, most important thing, if you use a brush, you want to use one with soft bristles, no metal, or you'll definitely scratch. But yeah, other than that, cleaning Lego with water is pretty simple, pretty easy, and pretty effective. So I highly recommend it. Thanks a lot.